Hello, welcome to Juniper Level Botanic Garden, the home of Plant Delights Nursery. Have you ever had a witch hazel, a hamamelis, that changed colors? Well, here's an example where sort of that situation has happened, but I'm going to explain what's really going on. Witch hazels are almost impossible to produce from cuttings. Some people succeed in rooting them. In other words, the stem produces roots, but it's almost impossible to take them beyond that point and have the plant survive and grow. And so witch hazels are normally propagated by grafting, where you take a stem or a bud and attach it to a plant that already has roots, the understock. You take the scion and graft it to the understock. And the understock most commonly used is one of our native witch hazels, which is Hamamelis virginiana, which is fall blooming and nearly always yellow flowers. And that is what we see is blooming today in October. And what this label tells me, this is supposed to be Hamamelis vernalis blue moon. Hamamelis vernalis is another of our native species, and it's blooming in late winter, well, from midwinter into early spring. Vernalis is referring to vernal spring. And so this is an extremely common happening where the understock grows. The majority of plants that are propagated by grafting, suckers from the understock is not a common problem, but it's almost guaranteed that's going to happen when you buy a witch hazels. So I was alerted by the fact that this is blooming this time of year in the fall with yellow flowers, whereas what it's supposed to be is this vernal witch hazel, which will have rusty red flowers in mid to late winter. The cultivar is blue moon. The foliage is slightly blue. The flowers are not. The flowers are the typical color. And so what all of these stems that are not the desired cultivar need to be cut down to the trunk, and that will allow the desired part of the plant to regain ground. But you'll have to look for these suckers from the crown, every year, because they're going to regrow every year. And you see they've gotten, well, they're close to 8 feet tall, and the desired cultivar is, it's only gotten up to about 3 feet tall. So if you're growing witch hazels, just be aware that this is a common occurrence and requires the maintenance of cutting out the undesirable suckers from the understock of the plant. Well, thank you for your time today, and I hope to see you again in the garden. Maybe one of our more useful videos. Oh, look at all these wonderful galls. We could do, they're fun. It's like they develop teeth for Halloween.